Alright guys, I've been meaning to make this video for a long time and I've just been struggling to find the right time and right scene to do it. I wanted to do this somewhere where I had like a nice backdrop, but every time I've attempted to do it, it just hasn't worked out for one reason or another, so I'm just gonna do it right here at my house. I've been doing YouTube for a couple of years now, almost 2 years. I've made 25 videos, I think. I've had over 7,000 views. At the moment I got 56 subscribers, so thank you to all of those who have subscribed so far. I've learned a lot of things. I've learned a lot of things over the last couple of years, and I wanted to share some of those things and potentially some insights to anyone else that is considering the idea of a YouTube channel. I know there's plenty of content out there, right? Plenty of people that have shared their own experiences, and well, I'm going to go ahead and add mine as well. First thing that I've learned in doing YouTube, it is way harder than it looks. It is so hard. It's way harder. And not in the way that you might think. Right? Like, when I started, I was like, yeah, man, I can just film myself going fishing and doing stuff on the boat or whatever, right? And like, that sounds all nice and dandy, but like when you actually buy a camera and you start to get the equipment that you need to start filming, including the computer software for editing, you learn very quickly it's not that easy. And what is difficult, first of all, about YouTube is the time. It takes a ton of time. And obviously this depends on the kind of content that you make. There's a lot of content out there that people can shoot within an hour and then they're done, right? And their editing process is very cookie cutter. You know, they just do the similar type thing every single video, right? With slight variations, and that's great. If you can figure out a way to do that, that's awesome. Go for it, man, right? Because that will be much more sustainable, and you can do that much more easily within restricted time frames. Hi. Are you being good? Okay. But for me, for what I've been trying to do with the YouTube channel is I've been trying to go out and do like big type adventures, and not even like really big type adventures, but like going out and like day excursions, right? Or overnight excursions, and doing that, especially with kids, requires a ton of preparation, and you also have to have the time. I work full time. I have a full-time job, right? And so finding the time to just take a day where I can, you know, put other responsibilities aside. You know, I got a house, I got lots of things I got to take care of aside from my job. Right? Yes. See, I can't do anything without getting interrupted by my kids. I can't. It's just so hard. It's like I have many responsibilities, and trying to find time to go out and do these things, a lot of work, a lot of prep, and I just can't make videos all the time. I just can't do it. Like, I'd love to make videos every single week. I'd even like to make videos every couple of days if I could, right? Ideally, I'd love to at least do the once a week thing, but I can't do it. Like, I can barely get a couple videos a month, right? Like, I just don't have the time. I just can't do it. And so I've gone through a lot of periods where I'm like, I don't know if I should just quit this YouTube thing and just be done with it or not, right? And a lot of ups and downs. But then I get out of the slump and I'm like, no, I'm going to keep going, right? I'm going to make content. I'm going to go do something. I got something that I want to do. And so I go and I do it. But I just can't make content that consistently. And in terms of growing the channel, that's tough, right? Because anyone worth their salt that wants to grow their channel, right, and actually have a sizable audience, you know, they need to be able to produce somewhat consistently, right? And I just have not been able to do that. Other things that are very difficult when starting a channel, I have zero camera experience, and so buying a camera, choosing a camera, and then learning the different settings, learning about frame rate, learning about resolution, learning about lighting, learning about bit rates and different editing software and different export settings, and the way that YouTube will treat your videos and the way that it will compress them, right? And the difference between normal full-length videos versus making YouTube shorts, right? There's so many things to learn there, and I've learned quite a bit, but there is definitely a learning curve, and I'm still trying to get the best quality that I can out of my videos. And admittedly, oftentimes I'm still frustrated at the actual video quality itself that I get out of my videos. But I have certain limitations that I cannot bridge without better, more expensive equipment. I use an action camera for everything that I do, and it's great for certain things, right? It's great for like the mid-range shot, like so kind of like where I'm at right now, and a little bit farther away, but it's not very good. The action cameras are best with mid-range shots. They're not very good at shooting very far away, and they're not very good at shooting really close up, right? If I want to show you a lure and I hold it really close to the lens so you can see it, it's actually going to get kind of blurry because it's not good at that really close range. There's no focus on an action camera, and so you have to be able to work within a certain range, right? And so if I show you something, I need to hold it back a little bit. Somewhere around here is about as close as I can get without completely destroying the quality of the shot. Going back to the whole time consumption thing, editing takes a long time. I actually really enjoy the editing process, right? And I've definitely looked back on many of the videos that I've made and wish I would have done a lot of things differently, but I've also been restricted by the shots that I have. Kids make this so hard. The editing itself takes a long time, especially for those longer videos. I will easily spend, anywhere from 4 to 8, maybe even 10 hours editing a video. It's a long time, right? And you add the time that it takes to prepare to go out on a trip and then to actually film and then come back and then do all that editing on top of that, and then you got to go back to work. You got your full-time job, you got all your other responsibilities that you got to take care of, and it just takes so much time. Again, I just don't have the time resources to do this kind of content every single week the way that I would like to. Another thing that is really difficult is that when you start to film something, you have to be constantly thinking about the camera and its placement and where you put it. And like there are some workarounds, right? If you just wear the camera on your chest, that takes a lot of the work out of it, right? But then you're limited to like one kind of shot for most of the video. Or you have to have somebody else helping film while you do things, right? In which case you got to be coordinating with somebody else. Everything that you do just adds a whole nother level of work, right? If I go out fishing on the boat, right, it's like I'm suddenly adding a whole nother layer of steps and work to the trip that otherwise I wouldn't be doing, right? And it's tough, right? Because I've gone out a lot of times and I haven't even shot anything, right? Because I just get out there and I'm like, holy cow, it was so much work just to get the kids out here, so much work just to, get the boat ready or whatever, right? And I'm just exhausted. It's like, I just want to fish, man. I just want to put my line in the water. I just want to catch a fish, dude. And he's like, I don't even want to worry about the camera. I don't want to film right now, And so learning to grapple with that, learning to grapple with adding extra work to what is supposed to be your relaxation time is a difficult thing to grapple with because it doesn't become as relaxing anymore, right? The other thing that is really difficult that I've found is that I just am very limited on resources, and there's so many things that I want to do, but I just don't have the money to do it, right? It definitely helps if you got spare cash that you can throw around, right? Because I don't, right? Like, I wish I could buy more equipment. I wish I could fund more interesting, more lengthy excursions on a more frequent basis, but I just don't have the money to do that. Everything that I have, everything that I use has been slowly accumulated over time, right? It's like, oh, I got $100 this month, it's like, I'm gonna go buy this thing, and then next month it's like, oh, I got another $100, I'm gonna go buy this thing, right? Or I'm gonna make this fix to the boat, or I'm gonna do this thing to my truck, right? Or like whatever it is. It's all accumulated over a lengthy period of time, right? Like I have a fair amount of money invested in all my equipment, but it didn't happen in a month, right? It happened over years, and I'm still building up the arsenal, if you will, of equipment that I have. It takes a long time. I'm definitely very blessed, right? I really don't have much that I can complain about in my life. However, I admittedly am like many other people, right? When gas prices go up, I get squeezed. I can't go and do as much. I have a truck that I bought used, and it is great, but it burns a lot of fuel. It's very inefficient, and it cost me a lot of money just to drive places, right? Just to drive for an hour over to some reservoir, right? Like I blow a lot of money on gas, right? When you're getting like 11 miles per gallon, it's not great. And then you're paying money for the entrance fees, and then also for fuel for the boat, and then you have like the upkeep on the boat. And side note, the whole reason I even have a boat in the first place is because I had no car payments. And when I was looking at boats, I was like, hey, I could just buy a boat and it'd just be like my car payment, right? And that's what I did. And so my boat essentially became my car payment. And that's a whole nother story that I won't get into right now. But having good resources, having money to be able to go out and do things for YouTube is a huge help. I'll be honest, guys, like, YouTube is multi-purpose for me. My hopes and my goals with what I want to do with the channel is several things, right? It's doing something that I actually enjoy. I actually like being outside way more than I like being inside. I love being in the outdoors and fishing and just being with nature, man. I love being out there with my kids. I also like video editing as well. I think it's fun and fulfilling. And so I actually like the idea of having a channel and watching it grow. It's also something of a challenge that is intriguing to me, And of course, I would love for the channel to grow to a point where it can monetize so that I can do greater things, right? And that's kind of my secret dirty desire, which isn't really a secret, right? Talk to any content creator out there, right? Like, if anyone tells you that they're not interested in money, they're lying. Right? There's no content creator out there that's like, oh no, I just do it for fun, 100% purely, right? I don't care about money. Right. Sure. So I would love, I'm not looking to be Mr. Beast, right? I'm not looking to be like some crazy channel or anything, right? But like, if I could grow this channel to a point where like I can actually have a little bit of additional income, that I can actually fund a little bit better these adventures, and I can go do more things and try out more things and just film better content overall, that would be amazing. Like, that would be a dream, man. And that leads me to my last point that I wanted to make, and that is, I've been trying to consider what it is that I want to do going forward in the future with my YouTube channel, and I'm still struggling a little bit in terms of the direction that I want to go with it. But the way that I'm kind of leaning towards is I want to do more content that is informative and more teaching of how I do things, right? Not that I'm some expert or that I know everything, right? But like, I want to do something that is more than just entertaining. I want to do something that is like actually helpful to people, right? And even helpful to my kids someday, right? If they go back and watch these videos and be like, oh, this is how our dad used to do it, right? And they can be like, oh, I learned something. Or they can be like, oh no, that's totally stupid, right? Don't do it like he did, right? So for better or worse, learn something from me in one way or another, right? I gotta take my kids everywhere that I go, so I think I may probably start focusing more on like how I do things with them, as well as, just like the fishing itself and that sort of thing. Anyways, that's what I hope to do for the channel kind of going forward. If you have any ideas or suggestions to me, or any tips to someone who is with a small channel and a small YouTuber who's working full time and has got kids, I'd love to hear it, in the comments down below.
Dad, I done from the boat.
I see. Good job. My kids know how to get in and out of the boat on their own.
I get in from the slide.
I see. Anyways, maybe not the most interesting video for y'all, but I appreciate you for being here and for watching. And until the next one, I will see you guys later. Until then, take care. Stay safe. We'll see ya.